Boy, oh boy, do I got the perfect video for you. Are you tired of getting your guard passed and smashed by your coach? Are you tired of thinking, is that even a real technique? Is my guard just that bad? Or when you do jiu-jitsu, do you feel like you're losing a dart game to Helen Keller and just getting your guard passed every time so easy? So I'm gonna share with you, and only you, the secrets to retaining your guard and making sure that your guard does not get passed again. A good easy example is they're trying to pass your guard, this knee gets close to your head, and what do you think? I need to frame. Let me frame on this knee real quick. And then when you frame on the knee, all of a sudden they still pass your guard. Or you're like, oh dude, the hip is right in front of me. I need to push the hip away. So then you start framing on the hip and you're like, I've got him now. He's not gonna pass my guard. And then all of a sudden, they pass your guard. The thing you have to remember is that you're trying to prevent chest-to-chest connection. It is one of the easiest, most simplified ways to think about what you're actually trying to do. Think for a second. If Ethan is trying to prevent my chest from getting connected to his chest, if he frames on my knees, how well can he stop chest-to-chest connection? He can't. If he frames on my hips, same thing. How can he stop chest-to-chest connection? Now it's big brain time. You ready? If my partner frames on the shoulder that will be closest to his head, now look, I can't make chest-to-chest connection. Small details for any black belts watching. Obviously, if you're framing with your arms locked out, we all know this is not good. Frames are good, but you can make these frames wrong by the person on the bottom's back being flat. We obviously want to stay to our side, framing away from our partner. Arms locked out, framing at the shoulder and bicep. So when your coach or that gym bully that you keep constantly getting beat up by and your guard pass 24/7 starts to try to pass your guard, I want you to pretend like you're playing the game that you did as a kid. Let's be real, we all did. Except for Ethan, he was chasing possums and squirrels. The game lava, but the lava are the knees and the hips. So if I'm trying to pass right here, Ethan is doing a good job right now. If Ethan though decides to, for whatever reason, frame on my knee, this is, reminds me of the scene from Tropic Thunder to where you never go full, If my partner frames on the shoulder and frames on my knee, this is going partial. You don't want to do this. It is half as strong, which means it's baloney. It's doo-doo, a doo-doo frame. You want to be framing all in on the shoulder, arms locked out on your side, keeping that distance. Where the bicep comes into play to make sense is that if they're trying to make a grip, when you frame on the bicep, even someone with long arms like me is going to have a very difficult time making that connection. The whole goal of your guys' guard retention is to prevent chest-to-chest connection. Obviously, this is not preventing them from passing your guard. I don't have chest-to-chest connection, but you're trying to prevent any part of their upper torso connecting to your chest. That's for smart Alex like Colby. So again, you should understand this concept now. You only frame on the shoulder and or the bicep. Arms frame on the upper body. The other thing you got to think about, which sounds totally cheesy and ridiculous, but it really plays a big role. Like any sport, jiu-jitsu is 80% mental. So if you're stressing out about, oh my gosh, my guard's going to get passed, it's probably going to happen. If you use these mechanics and some of the details, just the general concepts that I'm sharing with you guys, you're going to do a lot better and survive a lot longer. And you're going to, over time, build more confidence, because confidence comes from one area, skill acquisition. It doesn't come from YouTube or Instagram or any other grams. So when you're almost getting your guard passed, you can't be freaking out. You can't be thinking, oh my gosh, I'm about to get my guard passed again. You have to think, what do I need next? It doesn't matter if you screwed up your De La Hiva, which if your De La Hiva sucks, we can fix that in a different video. But when you're defending and you're here, you have to ask yourself, what do I need next? It doesn't matter what happened. It matters what's happening now and where you're trying to get back to. So when you get real spicy in the situation, you may get really good to where you can frame on the shoulder and or bicep, put yourself back in the keymaster position, and then if you get a good understanding of some of these mechanics, you can make some space and square yourself back up. But truly, my biggest encouragement for any white belt or anybody that's really struggling with guard retention is to understand you're gonna get better if this is your focus. So when you're playing guard, ask yourself, where do I need to frame? And any time that you find yourself framing at the knee or the hip, after the round, slap yourself. Because if you do it during the round, you're not gonna be able to frame with the shoulder and bicep. But you have to remind yourself, I'm only framing at the upper body with my arm. So whatever shoulder is gonna become closest to your head, you have to frame there. The other thing is, you need to focus on having fun and subscribing to this YouTube channel. If you subscribe to this YouTube channel, it's been scientifically proven that you will get 20% better at jiu-jitsu, like as you click it. If you unclick it, you're gonna get 30% worse. So don't make that mistake. I mean, nowadays you can say it's science because it is.